Something big is happening inside the royal family, and it's raising more questions than answers. King Charles is officially heading to the United States for a historic state visit. The headlines are calling it a major diplomatic moment. Meetings with world leaders. A grand White House banquet. Global attention. But there's one detail that's leaving everyone stunned. He won't be meeting Prince Harry. And that's where the story gets complicated. Because on the surface, this visit looks powerful. King Charles and Queen Camilla are set to meet Donald Trump in Washington, marking the first UK state visit to the US since Queen Elizabeth II back in 2007. Reports say there will be a lavish dinner at the White House, complete with all the royal traditions and political symbolism you'd expect. It's being framed as a celebration of the long-standing relationship between the UK and the US. A moment of unity, strength, stability. But behind that polished image, things aren't so simple. Because this trip didn't come together easily. In fact, reports claim it was quietly delayed due to rising tensions over the Iran war. Donald Trump had recently taken shots at US allies, including the UK, telling them to go get your own oil and suggesting America wouldn't always have their back. At the same time, he publicly criticized UK leadership, comparing Prime Minister Keir Starmer unfavorably to Winston Churchill. Not exactly the kind of diplomatic energy you'd expect before a royal visit. And yet, here we are. The visit is still happening. The red carpets are still being rolled out. But then comes the detail that's overshadowing everything else. Prince Harry. He's in the same country. Living in California. Just a flight away. And still, no meeting is expected between father and son. Let that sink in. A king travels across the world, but doesn't see his own son. Sources say the trip will be tightly packed with official duties. But fans aren't buying it. Online, people are asking the same question. Is this really about scheduling? Or something deeper? Because let's be honest, this isn't the first sign of tension. Ever since Prince Harry stepped back from royal duties, the relationship has been under intense scrutiny. Interviews. Public statements. Subtle digs. It's been building for years. And now, this silence speaks louder than ever. But just when you think that's the biggest controversy, another storm starts brewing. Because the timing of this visit has sparked outrage from an entirely different angle. Calls are growing for King Charles to meet survivors connected to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. The controversy surrounding Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has resurfaced once again, bringing uncomfortable questions back into the spotlight. Families of victims are reportedly urging the king to listen to their stories, to acknowledge their voices. But according to insiders, that meeting won't happen. Why? Because of ongoing legal concerns. Investigations still in motion. Risks the palace isn't willing to take. And just like that, the visit becomes even more complicated. Because now it's not just about politics or family drama. It's about public perception. And that's where things take another turn. Because back in the UK, the public isn't fully on board. Recent surveys suggest nearly half of British citizens actually oppose this visit. Critics argue the timing is wrong, that the political climate is too tense, that the monarchy should be more cautious. Some politicians even called for the visit to be cancelled altogether. And yet, it's still happening. Which raises an interesting question. Why push forward despite all the controversy? Well, part of the answer might lie in something unexpected. Donald Trump's personal admiration for King Charles. Yes, despite all the political disagreements, Trump has openly praised the king, calling him fantastic, saying he greatly respects him, even describing their past meetings as amazing. It's an unusual dynamic, but one that governments may see as valuable. Because in diplomacy, relationships matter. And if this connection can ease tensions between two powerful nations, then maybe, just maybe, that's the real reason this visit is moving forward. But even then, something still doesn't sit right. Because while leaders shake hands and attend banquets, a father and son remain worlds apart. So the real question is this. Is this visit truly about strengthening global ties? Or is it quietly revealing just how fractured things have become behind palace walls? And more importantly, if they won't meet now, when will they?